So now we're going to look at Juz 17 to make sure to read this Juz today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. So the 17th Juz of the Quran contains two surahs. Surah Al-Anbiya, which is the prophets, and Surah Al-Hajj, the pilgrimage. The focus of this Juz is on the third and fourth pillar of faith, the messengers and their messengers. Surah Al-Anbiya focuses on the messengers, their stories and struggles. Surah Al-Hajj focuses on the message of the prophets, a message of monotheism, worship and its righteous conduct. The Hajj is focused on as a symbol of all three. Hajj is the ultimate act of worship based on pure monotheism that builds in us the best of characters. So Surah Anbiya gives us the snapshots of the lives of 16 prophets and glimpses into how each of their stories ended. How every prophet is briefly mentioned except Ibrahim, who is a prime focus of both of these surahs. The pagans of Makkah considered themselves followers of Prophet Ibrahim. So a lot of the early Meccan revelation focused on reminding them of the true message of Ibrahim, which was the same as message as the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So both surahs begin with strong warnings about the end of time. These passages serve as further reminders to embrace the message quickly before the hour comes. Mankind does not have the luxury of time to wait and make excuses for rejecting the truth. So it says in Surah 21 verses 1 to 3, mankind's reckoning has drawn nearer, but they turn away heedlessly. No fresh reminder comes to them from their Lord, but they listen to it playfully. Their hearts distracted, the wrongdoers converse secretly. Is there anything but a mortal like you? Will you take to sorcery with open eyes? O people, be conscious of your Lord. The quaking of the hour is a tremendous thing. On the day when you will see it, every nursing mother who will discard her infant, and every pregnant woman will abort her load, and you will see the people drunk even though they're not drunk, but the punishment of Allah is severe. So what I've just read is verse 1 and 2 of chapter 22. So the core theme of Surah Al-Anbiya is that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was not the first prophet, and the claims made against him were not made for the first time. Every excuse made by the Quraysh is tackled, and they are reminded that every messenger before him was also a human just like them. It is not the way of Allah to send angels as messengers. Allah reminds them further that the messenger of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is consistent with those who come before him. The surah leaves no excuse for disbelieving in the truth, and this is referring to verse 8 to 41 in Surah 21. The core focus of the surah is the prophets of the past and their similarities to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in message and challenges. We learn about the struggles of Lut, Noah, Moses, Dawood, Ayub and Yunus, along with many others. In all these stories, the end is the same, which he was given to the Prophet and those who followed him. The surah was revealed as both a warning to the Quraysh and a source of hope and optimism for Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his followers. Towards the beginning of Surah Al-Hajj is a beautiful verse that summarizes our lives on earth. It is worth taking time to actually reflect on this verse and his implications for how we live our lives. So this is referred, so the lines are as follows from verse 5 of chapter 22. O people, if you are in doubt about the resurrection, we created you from dust, then from a small drop, then from a clinging clot, then from a lump of flesh, partly developed and partly undeveloped, to clarify things for you, and we settle in the wombs whatever we will for a designated term, and then we will bring you out as infants until you reach your full strength, and some of you will pass away, some of you will be returned to the vilest age, so that he may not know after having known. And you see the earth still, but when we send down water on it, it vibrates, swells and grows all kinds of lovely pears. Surah Anbiya reflects on the creation of the heavens and the earth, while this surah calls on us to reflect on our own existence. Between the two, we are given a lot to reflect on, all of which will lead us to the same conclusion: we must devote our lives to serving our Creator. So the story of Prophet Ibrahim is once again a central focus of the surah. The story of how he built the Kaaba and he called the people for Hajj is mentioned as a sign of hope. Prophet Ibrahim did not see multitudes arriving for Hajj during his lifetime, As you know, today millions of people respond each year to his call. Subhanallah, this was a powerful and hopeful reminder to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that he too would one day be successful and return to Makkah. So I'll leave you here. Fi manillah wa sallallahu wa baraka ala nabina Muhammad. Astaghfirullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.